Monday morning, everybody. This is Life with
Kathy. Toby.
Geri. Geri, what about, I'm supposed to ask you a question. Facts of life painting?
Oh.
What's that about? What's the facts of life painting?
Well, I put a Facts of Life nude painting on my Facebook nude profile page.
Is it the whole cast or just you?
Actually, everybody is nude except me.
Geri,
Yeah.
how's that fair?
Well, it's not. I mean, it's another example of
Keeping the crypt covered.
yeah. It's another example of people with disabilities portrayed as being asexual.
Oh, okay, so that was intentional on the part of the painter?
Yes, it was. Everybody's nude except me. I'm wearing my famous T-shirt that says I don't have cerebral palsy. I'm drunk. and it's
Are you a
gotten.
fan of the painting?
Actually, I like the painting. I think it's kind of funny. It is a compliment that I was included in the painting.
Would you have wanted to be nude in the painting with everybody else? She had to think about that, folks.
I do. I have to think about that. Yeah, I would actually.
Because I wonder what's a more powerful message.
Well, maybe I still think, you know, the way he painted me, you still would have known it was me, whether I had the shirt on or not.
And I would think the one drunk person would be the naked person, but maybe not.
Yeah, but, you know, this has always been the case. I mean, even when I was on Deadwood, I think I was the only actress in the whole series that never was nude.
The difference between being disabled and being challenged. And maybe challenged is the appropriate word because everybody
It
is
is.
challenged.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, all challenged in different ways.
The disability, disabled, makes it sometimes so permanent. Like, okay, once you're disabled, there's no fixing this, there's no moving forward, there's no accessibility to make you adaptable in the community, you know. But when you say it's challenged, that means you have opportunities. You have a way to make things happen. And we
Yeah.
all have challenges. I mean, come on, I have bought more cellulite cream than anybody I've known. And I'm still being challenged. Does any of this stuff work?
I always, whenever I hear they say there's a disabled vehicle on the 405, I go, oh, it's one of my friends. Why do they say that? It's a disabled vehicle. But there's a challenged vehicle on the 405.
I'm sorry, I look forward to the day when I can write the word disabled and disability and challenge, all these words, handicapped, and put them on a piece of paper and burn them and never be in the vocabulary ever again.
I have a piece of paper here that our wonderful, amazing producer Mike Steiner has given me. He is obsessed with the dictionary, I think. And it is the definition of challenged.
Okay, give it to me.
Okay, the definition. Number one, used as a euphemism, means disabled or handicapped.
Are you kidding?
I'm not kidding.
What are we going to call us? What are we going to call us, Crips? Oh my gosh! No, but really,
But
why do we have to put a label on it at all?
But wait a minute, if our producer didn't put that in front of you, challenge would have been a great word. He just destroyed the whole word that I personally liked.
And who's writing the dictionary? Who is this guy who thinks he knows everything? Okay?
Webster, whatever his name.
He's got to be dead by now. I'm
Well,
sure.
you know, he was in a sitcom right after you, wasn't he?
The thing is I think people put the labels on us because it's the old saying that, you know, they don't think they could do it if they were in this situation. You know, everybody stops to think about, I'm so glad I'm not deaf, I would miss my music. Oh, I'm so glad I don't have CP. And I think that's where all these labels come from, is because people's discomfort of thinking, oh, I'm so happy I'm not like that way or whatever. My favorite thing, I always get when there's a good-looking guy like you in a wheelchair, people go, I'm serious. God, this kid's gorgeous. If I was 100 years younger. But if they always say if there's like a really good-looking person in a wheelchair, they go, oh my God, what a waste. I'm like, what do you mean, what a waste? What's that all about, you know? It's like only ugly people are supposed to be in the wheelchair. I mean, people have And the funny thing is, these labels have been going on for generation to generation. Hey, Toby, I want you to give me that definition for disability and disabled. Yeah.
Disability, the very first one, is lack of adequate power, strength, or physical or mental ability.
Oh my God, that can pertain to anybody.
I know. You know, I think these definitions are a lot like fortune cookies. You know, I mean, you open it up and you just read into it what you want. You know,
and people save them. You know, you can feel disabled in a relationship because you're not communicating.
Of course.
That word is so, why does it have to be, people don't think about it as being a part of an able-bodied life.
Yeah.
They just assume it's somebody who's deaf, blind, wheelchair, CP, whatever it is. So the word disabled is not just for our community. Somehow or another we claimed it. I don't want it.
Well, let's throw it away.
Oh,
Today, we're going to throw away disabled.
We're talking about everybody in the world right now.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. What's your biggest disability in your life?
Oh, I'm going to go with money on this one.
Okay. That's an incredible disability. Geri, what's yours?
I would have to second Toby's disability. It's financial.
And the crazy thing is money is imaginary.
It really is.
It really is numbers in a computer that someone says you have.
Exactly. So,
Yeah.
so why are we labeling people with disabilities when it's really situations that are disabling them?
You know, when I'm online, you always get these advertisements to say that you can look at your credit score. Why? You know?
Why go and
When I came into the world, I didn't have a credit score. Okay?
Yeah.
and you still don't?
So,
That's how I feel about identity theft, Geri. I'm like, if you want to steal my identity, go for it. I don't have a lot to offer.
I know somebody
Yeah.
stole my identity about 10 years ago. Oh my gosh, it was horrible. And I'm thinking to myself, who else wants to be a tall, skinny, anorexic deaf boy?
I know.
you
They're like, I'm
know,
going to steal your identity and become disabled.
Yeah.
So if anyone out there wants to make fun of Geri, just make sure you involve her.
I do it every time we get together. Why?
well, everybody does.
You know, Geri and I, we make fun of each other all the time. We really do.
Yeah, I've always had a good sense of humor about myself. I have to.
You have to.
Well, I think that everybody deserves to be made fun of.
Not made fun of, but made fun with.
Well, same thing.
No, it isn't.
Kind of.
Making fun of somebody is like pointing the finger and putting it on them. But if you're making fun with, because they already know what the situation is,
Yeah.
you know, you have to laugh with yourself.
I mean, it comes back to, you know, Geri, when she first started doing comedy. You know, she had to go with the CP jokes.
Yeah,
Right?
I did initially, yes. That was the
And now
goal.
you're an equal opportunity offender.
Yes, I am.
But
And I'm proud of it.
But you know, it'll be silly for her to go on stage and do a bunch of jokes when there's obviously something different about her. Everybody's going to be anticipating. Otherwise, your audience will be sitting there going, well, why is she moving? Why? It's like me with my everybody thinks I'm from New York. It's a speech impediment.
She might start a school. You might start a cult. If Geri offers you Kool-Aid, say no.
Oh, that is bad.
It's okay, I get to see the inner hippie.
That's great.
I didn't know you were such a hippie.
You know what? Everybody's looking for acceptance. But the first place you really need to require it is from within yourself.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're just putting yourself on a very challenging journey, looking for it in all the wrong places.
She's right about this light thing.
Yeah, but the cart thing. She did offer me Kool-Aid the other day, but I didn't want the sugar. I didn't want the thing. Thanks for reminding me.
Yes. But it was disabled Kool-Aid. There was no sugar.
Oh, I could have drank it.
It was lacking.
It was
It was
lacking.
lacking.
There you go.
I'm humanly lacking.
Wow, where do we go from here?
Kool-Aid.
Honestly,
Hawaiian punch?
yeah.